Hi, this is Dave Mast for HolmesCountyTicket.com. Welcome to Ticket TV, driven by Village Motors. We are out at Fire Ridge Golf Course today with West Holmes golf coach Dustin Geigtey. Dustin, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Already got your name wrong. I knew I was gonna. That's so hard to get.
No
it's
problem.
not a Holmes County name.
No.
All right, Dustin. You guys come into the season very young this year. Talk about, I think, the mental aspect of coaching the younger kids and kind of preparing them and getting them ready for the varsity level with little experience. How do you do that?
Well, I think one of the main things I try to focus on is course management. Some of these kids have a lot of talent. Some of the freshmen are pretty talented and they're coming in, but they're not scoring as up to their ability because they don't know how to manage the course. So I really try to, with the limited practice time that we have, I try to just go out and just put them in situations and say, okay, what do we do from here? How do we make a bogey here instead of a triple? How do we turn those big 7s and 8s into 5s and 6s?
Yeah.
And that's really, if we can do that across the board, then we're going to be successful as a team.
Yeah, kids got to realize that bogeys sometimes aren't the worst
Exactly.
scoring golf.
Yep. Turn every hole into a par 5 when you get in trouble.
Yeah.
And that's my main philosophy with course management. If you're in trouble, just in your head make it a par 5, and then just go from there.
Now, you guys kind of start from the top here. One senior in Andrew Schlabach. And Andrew's been around. He's an experienced veteran player, very smart player, solid player. Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about what he brings to the table.
He's so good at leading by example, especially with what you just talked about. Andrew is very good at managing his way around the golf course. He doesn't get himself in trouble. He's not the longest guy that you're going to see. He's not short, but he's not bombing drives out there that would make you go, wow.
Yeah.
But he's pretty consistent. He's in the fairway a lot, and he just makes a lot of pars, and he makes bogeys when he's not playing so well. So he's a perfect example to have to these younger kids to say, hey,
yeah,
this is how you get around the golf course. Not a guy who makes a lot of birdies, but he still scores, and that's perfect for our team.
You've been around a long time at the varsity level, and you're kind of the lead guy in a very young team of Knights this year on the golf team. How do you go about kind of taking on a leadership role with these guys?
I don't know. I try to tell the other players, just kind of play your best. Just make sure you focus and don't lose yourself after, like, if you have a bad hole or something. Just stay focused through the whole round.
Now, is that leadership thing a role that you cherish? Do you enjoy taking that on?
Yeah. I like it.
And as far as your goals this year, what have you set any goals for yourself?
Yeah, I just wanted to try to, like, on 18 holes, just kind of try to stay around an 82 or under, like that, and then on 9, stay around a 41 or under. But sometimes I'll go over it, but that's kind of what I try to focus for.
And you do have some experience back in the younger kids. They kind of got thrust into the varsity scene at a very early age. Talk about the rest of the squad that you've got then this year.
Yeah, Caleb Stein, who's a junior for us, and Kevin Hubner, also a junior. They've been playing varsity since their freshman year, and AJ Race is a sophomore this year. He would have played varsity last year, but he broke his collarbone racing dirt bikes. So that was an interesting.
Don't have that written into his contract.
I do what I can, but I don't have that. No, they're doing a great job. Caleb and Kevin both, I expect to be right around 41, 42 going into the postseason. They're very capable of shooting those numbers. Consistency is a little bit of an issue right now, but that's understandable. It's the second week, so we're looking for them to keep. This is the trend I want them to go on. I just want us to get better every week and peak at tournament time, and that's really what we're asking for out of those guys. So.
And then on the tail end down at 5, 6, what else have you got on this year's team?
I think those spots are going to be fought for all year long. We're gonna have some requalifying during the year, and right now we've had Nathan Hartley and Ben Barbie at 5 and 6, 2 sophomores, guys who played JV last year. They've improved a lot. And then we have some incoming freshmen that we talked about with a lot of talent who are also going to fight for those spots and probably play in those spots some. So it'll be kind of a mixed bag. Maybe those 4, 5, and 6 might be a little bit different throughout the year, but that's good. That's a good problem to have, because that means you're deeper. If there's a huge gap between your 6-man and your 1 JV, then that's not really what you want.
Right.
You want it to be competitive, and it pushes kids to stay motivated, and I'm really excited about that.
And you use the word competitive. I think that is probably your goal right now, is to go into every match and give that competitive effort.
Absolutely, yeah. I think if we just go into every match and we, like I said, eliminate the big numbers you know, and everybody just plays solid, we're going to be right there in most of the matches. You're always going to have your juggernauts on the schedule that, you know, with kids that are just really, really talented, and you know, we're going to play teams that are better than us.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at how are we playing the course, how are we handling our mental aspect, you know, and that's, you know, I'm proud of our guys for what they've done so far.
Yeah, you really can't control what the other team's doing.
No,
but
absolutely
just
not.
what your kids are doing out there. So.
And that's really important to keep that in mind during the match. You know, they need to stay focused on what they're doing, not what their opponent's doing. I don't care if he's 5 under or you know, 15 over. Play your game, play the course.
Exactly.
Do what you can do for the team. So.
All right, well, there you have it, another exciting year for the West Holmes Knights on the links here. Youthful but exciting squad coming up. Should be a fun season for them. Thanks for joining us here on HolmesCountyTicket.com. I'm your host, Dave Mast.